Everyone. Uh, I was quite busy for a while, so I could not do anything or write anything. I was not much into code fights these days, but I really love this. I have been preparing for interviews, so I was doing lead code, which I think basically just degrades how you perform, because it's like you are more focused into interview questions. You are not actually thinking logically there. So once again, I don't want all those shit. What I want is what I can think of it. So code fight is always better. I don't know why they changed their name to code signal, but anyways. This problem is quite interesting. So I have actually solved it, but I just want to show you how we can actually code golf it, like how to reduce the size of our code. So right now we are like this. I'll basically just go through the problem, and then I will also tell you how I came up with this solution till now, and how we can further reduce our code. So what they say here is like, there is a new exciting quantum computing lab where so they can actually book some appointments. It's basically like this. If you see an array, and then there is a guy first in line, and then he wants to reserve a book for this kith guy. Okay, quantum lab booking. So it's like, the first in line one, student one in the first line, that is the student one who is at the first one, can sign up, and then what who he can sign up is all these values, that is 100. So if it's 1, he books for this student 0. Okay, so as the 0 is booked, now this is the 0 guy, 0th guy. So what 0th will do, 0 can book for himself, the first guy and the second guy, right? So the 0 here, the 0 signs up for students 0 1 2, which is 0 1 2. Since it is 1, he booked those guys. Now again, since the 0 booked himself, so he again books 0 1 and 2, 0 1 and 2. Now what happens is, the 0 already booked, now it's done for the second guy. So, right, so this first student, he actually books for, if you see, this is the same thing, first guy again, and then he goes to the next one. This guy will book again 0 1 2, but this second guy will book 2 and 3 here, right? 0 1 2, sorry, 1 and 2. So he wants to book the 10th guy. If you see this, at this point 10th appointment has already been booked. So the order is, the first guy will be the first one, he will book the 0th, as we can see here, and then 0 1 and 2, 0 1 and 2. Similarly, the 0 will book 0 1 2, the first will book 0 and 1 0, and then the 2 will book 1 and 2, so 1 and 2. So it's 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So we have to return this 10th value, and if you cannot find it, then you will basically return -1. Okay, that's the pattern. So how we can solve this kind of problem is, see, as soon as we see the first one, put it in a queue, and then for every element that the queue has, that is 0 1 and 2, we'll process them later. So just add these values in a queue for now if it's 1, and then we'll see for the next element of the queue after we take it out. So right, so 0 1 and 2, again take out 0, and then it will be 1 and 2. Like you see here in the code, we have implemented a linked list, or a queue. Basically, just think of it as a queue. So as soon as one gets processed, the next one will, if you see, we added the first guy, that is, if first in line is the 1th element, then we'll basically search for the 1th. So for the first one, so for every element in this line, what we'll do, we'll pull all the values, and if it is 1, then we'll add that in a queue, and as soon as it is added, the value will increase by 1, right? So I increase the count by plus c is equals to, I just increased it, and then what I'm checking here is, if this plus c is equals to k, that is the final result that we want, then we can basically return that position, whatever position it is. So I'm returning here. If nothing is found, I'll return -1. Just go through this problem, and you can basically figure it out yourself also. It's quantum lab booking. Now I'm just going to show you, the purpose of this program is to actually show you how to code golf. Okay, so I will basically start Well, I don't know how I will basically start. It's just whatever comes up, I'll just do it. Okay, so let's see. So till now we have this. It's a good one, 186 till now. People are far beyond 186. They are at 200 and something. So it's good. Uh, so what we can do here is we can observe this thing. We are increasing c plus plus till k. How about we decrease k till 0, right? We can do that. This is one optimization. Let's say 0 is equals to minus minus k. So we decrease our 10th value to 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, like that. And if it comes till 0, then it will be written. So this is good. So when we add this jth value here, we can remove this. See, because that variable is no more in use. Now if you see, we decreased it by 2 characters already, 186 to 184, right? If we run this, then it will at least pass the this sample test. Now what we can observe here is, what I'm doing is I have a variable j which will again start from, so what I'm doing is this j will basically look through this its rows element, that is a column value 0 1 2 0 1 2, those kind of things. So what if we have int is equal to 0 here? So as soon as we go, we start from everyone and check if it has 1 or no, and then add that value to the j by incrementing it. So this value, see, this f here is only used once, right? F is only used once. How about we just use f and not this variable at all? Do not use j at all. So how we can do that is, since we have already added, we'll make this f as j, no, f as 0 right now, because that is what we are doing here. So this will also be f, right? So okay, we can remove this. So f will be 0, then we will do f, and then wherever the j is, we can basically replace all f. Now let's see, it's already reduced to 179. It's good, right? Cool. Also think of how we can solve it in one line so that we can remove all these brackets, right? So till now we are good. How about this? We have added an extra column here, semicolon, so we have to try to reduce that also. So we can do it like this. Let us initialize it here, but while doesn't have this condition, so let's put it in a for loop. So this is our initialization, this is our this checking thing, and then updating is empty for now. So updating we can do as, see, updating f equals to 0 means we can basically keep f equals to 0 here also, right? But the first value should have been f, so it will throw error. Yeah, I know, because okay. So till now we are good. We increase the count, but how about we decrease now this thing, because the for loop doesn't contain anything, it's just another for loop. We are still in the same place. No worries. 179. Let's see. Cool. The other thing we can do here is, what can we do? How about, see, we are checking if I equals to 1, and then q.addf. How about we do it like this? Add it, and if it is basically, if it is added, then only do this thing. Check this, because these are both the operations that we'll do. Just add it and then run it. So let's see, q add, what does it do? So add is a boolean condition. If it is added or not, it's a boolean. So we can basically see that if it is added, it will return true. So if this is true, then this case will observe. So we are good here also. We can remove this, right? So just 179 still. Okay, 178. Cool. We reduced it. 178. Okay. Now the other thing we can do is see this if condition and if condition is, since we are working on the same if, why do we want this? Okay, so we'll again put one and condition here, and then this will basically check if I is 1, then only add it, then only check if this is this, and if all this falls in place, then just return it, right? Cool. Cool. Then we are at 176. It's good, it's good, we're doing good. Now what else can be done? See, we have q as an integer here. How about we remove it? Because this will basically complain this object cannot be whatever it is, reference to int type, right? Convert it to int, because I'm basically checking the int values here, t of some int. This is an array, so basically keep it as int. We'll typecast it. Oh cool, 172. Cool, this also looks good to me. Now the other thing that we can do here is how about putting this in OR condition. Do this, but if it's true, then it will return f. We don't have to increase it further, so this is good. How about we do all this and then do one OR, which will basically increase f, right? But it might fail because this OR condition. Okay, f plus plus will, so it is returning, it is not returning, sorry, it is not returning us that thing. What thing? That thing. So let me submit this. Oh, I don't want to show who I am, sorry. I forgot.